Hey, I'm Chris with Mobility Solutions, AffordableMedicalUSA.com. I'm sitting on the Baja Bandit. Everyone asks, air tires, foam filled, solid tires, which one's better? Which one's smoother? Well, the Baja Bandit is a 36-volt mobility scooter. It's meant for outside, but small enough to take it different places. It comes with the foam tires, the hard tires that don't go flat. But what happens, it tends to make it more bumpy when you're riding over certain terrains. Even though this has a full suspension in the seat, front, the back, the tires make it rough. Well, see this? Air tire, a new tire. We're gonna run it with some water over some steel slag, grass, different places. We're gonna see how bumpy this is. And then we're gonna put these on and see if it's better. We're also gonna show you how to change this out if you decide to do it. The good news is you only have to buy these two things. And obviously you gotta buy 4 of them because you're gonna replace all 4 tires, but you get to use the same rims. So you can keep these other ones as a spare tire just in case this goes flat. Kind of a little rough terrain back there. Let's see, let's just go through some grass. They're making me do this test. You can see that the water's already bounced out, but and it is bumpy, but it's not, I can tolerate it, I think. Ooh, look at that mud. It's backed right out of it though. That's kind of the reason why you buy this. It's a little bit more off-road than the Revo, faster, seat suspension, climbs hills better. It's a sport package. It's rough over here, but you're gonna ride in stuff like this. I mean, yeah, I can handle this. I'll be fine. Will the air tires be better? I'm on like an old gravel road, and a tractor comes through here and bush hogs, and it's sandy. It's cut well. It's kind of hard ground, but there is sand spots around here. And again, it's cut with a bush hog, and I'm bouncing, but it does have the spring suspension that's allowed for me to have a pretty good ride, but the whole unit is, you know, bouncing around. So if you have this unit, you know what I'm speaking about. We're gonna throw some air on this thing. We put some new shoes on this scooter and see how it does. Sidewalk cracks, we want to test that too. That's a pretty good bump. The spring shock suspensions hit that very well over this. Did okay. Lulu's trying to keep up with me. Where's he at? There he is. Bird's eye view. Let's go through this steel slag one more time. Eddie, can you do this? Can you do this? All right, let's take it inside to the shop. This is the bottom of the Baja Bandit. There's your skid plate that we showed you taking that off at one time. That does protect the motor and stuff. Suspensions. All right, so we're gonna take this off. We got a 5mm Allen key. So you don't need to replace any of this. You got 6 3mm Allen keys for these split rims. 3mm. Look at the difference in the size. If you show them the tire size, look how fat it is. So we're just still a test. We're gonna hope that works. But they say it does.
Get in there. Just take that rim off. Other side. On these split rims, you'll have these little channels right here. So that's where you're gonna want to have your valve cylinder going through. And then when you put this back on there, when you do line these up, you want to make sure that's going to be your line. This is what you want to line up over the valve cylinder.
This is kind of common sense.
Yeah. So you want to put it in there, kind of wonky a little bit, but what you want to do is put a little bit of air in the tube. Once you get it in your tube, in your tire, just to make a little ground, so it's like that. And this will be where you can't be able to pinch it. So
right up.
see there. This one lines you up, and it pretty much lines those bolts up as well. You don't want to put air in it yet, and then just get a couple screws in there. Don't tighten it up.
Just make sure you're using the longer ones, right?
They look similar.
They look similar. So let's show you that real quick. This one's a little bit fatter, and this is longer. And you got more of these.
Yeah, it's 6 of the 3 millimeters and 4 of the 5 millimeters. And once you get 2 in on opposite sides, you pretty much line up, but just kind of go slowly around.
Yep, slowly tighten them around.
Slowly.
Just like your grandfather taught you, changing a tire, or dad, whoever taught you.
And it looks like we're not hitting any of the tube.
Yep, don't pinch the tube, or pinch the brother. He's ticklish though.
We're not over tightening it. That's tight enough. It should all be even.
All right, let's throw that bad boy back on there real quick. And you're gonna repeat
here's your,
okay. Yep.
This is why you want to use this type of.
Yep.
You try to use a hand pump or whatnot. You can't really do it. So if you are gonna fill these up, if they're on the scooter, they might be kind of hard to get to there. Put your hand back there, but if you get them off the scooter, you should be able to hit them up pretty easy. But let's get I think I checked it at 35 psi. So they also are getting skinnier.
Yeah,
Oh, they are. Oh, yeah, makes sense.
But
So getting closer to the same size of the tire. So we don't want it too tight though, do we? We want to have a little bit of air out for the smoother ride.
35 psi max on it. And
Okay,
right now we have it at about 25 psi.
Let's do 25. So that's pretty firm. Possibly if you get this.
It's a little bit wider though still, but it makes me thinking that the clearance.
Well, I'm wondering, if you put them in with full air and you want to reduce some of the air to make it a little bit smoother, softer, you could possibly do that, right?
I would probably go on the front end, probably go with about 25.
Yeah.
On the back end, I would probably go around 30 or so, because you got more weight on that back end.
Okay, yeah.
If it goes too much, too less, it could drag down, pull some.
Well, let's go ahead and change all those tires. What we'll run it at a PSI at 25, even though it can take 35. And then maybe we'll reduce the weight, the air a little bit more to see if it feels smoother. And let's see if it's even worth doing all this. There is a cost to doing this. It's not that bad though, because all you need is the tube and the tire. And this would be a spare tire you can save later, carry with you if you like. You might just want to keep your tools with you. You have to do this change if you had to. But you're going to use the same rims. You're going to use everything else the same. So if you're looking to convert your Baja Bandit over to this, it should be on our website to purchase, or you could just call us and we'll get you the proper stuff out to you. Or go visit your local Pride dealer and tell them you want the air tires for your Baja Bandit. They don't know about it. Tell them to watch this video.
If you have 2 people doing this, it makes it a lot easier. because they can hold the brake for you, so this doesn't spin on you right here. So
Oh, is that just on this one?
it would be on for these, yeah. Doing the same thing, you're gonna go. And then, so you want to do the next one real quick? Without talking, do all 4 of them?
Yeah, just do them all.
Last screw going in. And that's it.
All right, we got some air in the tires. The air tires on. We can see how it rides. Hit some crack. All right, let's hit this slag. Watch the water. And we got, I think, 25 PSI in this. So you can probably take some of the air out if you want. We didn't max inflate it to 35. I feel like it's riding pretty smooth. The water's the test though. Let's go hit this.
Ain't got no election campaign that I need to run.
Well, I did that. Probably they put a little bit more water in here and I took that same ride. I think I was going the same speed. I hope I was. Might get back in that mud.
I said I ain't no politician, son. I ain't no businessman, son. I don't want to run the factory, I'm just here to cut and run. And I don't care to make my fortune off the backs of
I'm gonna pick that trash up later, just so y'all know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Much better. Oh yeah. It's still bumpy through here, but yeah, it's definitely better. I think. Oh, I lost my thing, and that's why that's bobbling a lot more. We had some stuff holding this. Probably need a different cup, and so this is going to move more. Dang it. See that? It's definitely smoother though. Oh, there goes my phone. See where I lost that. It's supposed to be the water test. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna go get that. All right, back at it.
Oh no, I ain't no preacher man, I ain't no preacher man, son. I am the son of Highway 61. My next of kin is the howling of the wind. I said I am the son of Highway 61. My next of kin, it is the howling of the wind.
We took a little bit of air out the tires just to see how it does, but you don't want to take too much air out because you don't want the tire to fall off. So that's why we're doing the test. Hey, is that thing plugged right up to it?
Yeah, and it'll pump it too.
Here, let's see how that, let's see what the PSI is in those two front ones.
What do you want it at?
Put it at 15.
Should have went up.
Oh, cool. How much was that thing?
Not too bad. I think I got it for on sale for maybe $40.
Oh yeah, this one's at 24. So yeah, you can bleed it with this too.
Yeah.
Yep, you can.
You reduced it to 15. Filled the water up too. Hit me. Didn't even think about that. A little bit less of a stop, I guess. All right, let's get going. Might be a little slower. And the one thing you want to remember, if you take out too much air, it puts a little bit more stress on the motor, I think. I don't know.
Let's take a look at the water bottle tests, side by side. Obviously, this is not the ideal cup holder for this test, and we weren't too consistent with the water levels. But you can see the difference. Probably not as much as Chris can feel it.
All right, so we showed you the test riding this with the standard solid tires, air tires at 25 PSI and the air tires at 15 PSI. Here's what you need to know. Yes, it rides smoother at the 25 PSI. Now, if you max the PSI out to 35, which the tire can take, I'm sure it's gonna be a pretty firm ride. We went to 25. So when you buy these, you can reduce the air how you want it to be. At 15, it starts to drag at the back a little bit. So I wouldn't go quite to 15. I think 25 is the peak number, 2025. Yes, it is better, no question about it. What happens when you put air in it, if you get a nail or something like that, it can keep you stranded. So it's good to keep a spare tire, and you got to keep your tools on board with you. If you're going over cracks in the sidewalks, it is much better. It's going to cost you about $40 per tire to change it out. So is it worth spending $160? It might be a little bit less if you call me, but that's about what you're going to spend to change this out. So is it worth the $160 after you've already bought a nice expensive unit? Yeah, I think so. It's up to you though. So if you have this unit and it's fine the way it is, but you want to make it a little bit more of a smoother ride, maybe put some air tires on it. Put it at the 35 and see how it rides. Drop it down to the 25 or however you want and see when you get to your comfort zone that you like. I hope it's going to be the investment for you to make it smoother. Well, that's a wrap for this video. And if you want more, visit us online at affordablemedicalusa.com or just subscribe and follow us.
Make sure to come back to our shop videos where we do full unboxings and much more. So like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Visit us online at affordablemedicalusa.com or give us a call at 803-926-2224.
Mileage and distance can vary based on terrain. Your price can vary too. If our phone rings, we'll beat the other guy's price, but you actually have to call us. So what are you waiting on?